Waitress entered the wrong car and ended up in a Millionaire's redemption story. A struggling waitress entered the wrong car after her shift and found herself in a millionaire's secret plan for redemption. Rain pounded Cafe Luna's windows like a wild storm, thunder echoing over Ronda's ancient gorges. Cliffs stood dark, carved by time. Inside, dim lights buzzed over clattering dishes and tired steps. Elena, 25, moved between booths, balancing coffees, her smile faint. Her shoes were soaked. Her apron carried stranger stains. Her body ached from the endless night shift. The clock flashed 3:17 a.m. Outside, the storm raged. Elena slipped her tips, crumpled bills into her coat, waved to the weary cook, and stepped into the downpour, clutching her cracked phone, battery at 1%. Shumte. She'd ordered a rideshare 15 minutes ago, craving a quiet seat. Near the alley, a sleek black car idled, engine humming, windows glistening. It matched the app's details. No other cars. Too tired to check, Elena rushed over, yanked the back door and slid in, dripping on leather. Finally, she muttered, shutting the door. I thought... A sharp click stopped her. A gun pointed at her head. In the front, a man in a dark coat turned, eyes cold, voice deadly. "Who are you?" he said. Who sent you to follow me?" Elena's heart slammed. "What? No, I just got off work. I'm just a waitress." "Don't lie," he snapped. "You knew where to find me. Who's behind you?" "Nobody!" she screamed, hands raised. They froze. His finger twitched on the trigger. Doubt flickered in his eyes. Then bang! The passenger window shattered. Glass sprayed. Elena ducked, screaming as bullets ripped the car's frame. "Down!" he barked, twisting the wheel. The car lurched, tires screeching on wet stone. Elena was thrown sideways as they sped through the storm, rain blurring the windshield, headlights cutting the dark. Shots rang out behind. "Why are they shooting?" Elena shrieked. "Quiet," he growled. "You brought them, didn't you?" "No, I swear." Another shot. The rearview mirror exploded. He floored it, weaving through Ronda's narrow streets, gorges fading in the blur. Elena clung to the seat, mind racing in a nightmare. "Please," she sobbed. "I don't know you. I just wanted home." He stayed silent, driving like their lives depended on it. They did. The gunfire ceased. Shadows fell back. Only rain and the engine's hum remained. He turned onto a quiet road, cliffs rising, and pulled into Bodega Antigua's lot, an old winery, walls crumbling. He killed the engine, breathing hard, gripping the wheel. Elena stayed still. His voice, hoarse, broke the silence. "Your name?" "Elena," she whispered. "You don't know me?" "No, or them." He studied her, then lowered the gun. "I'm Mateo," he said. "Mateo Vargas." Elena, soaked, trembling, pressed against the door. "Who are you?" He looked away. "Nobody you should have met." Rain slowed as they reached Ronda's outskirts. Mateo parked behind Bodega Antigua, vines choking its roof. He stepped out, silent. Elena hesitated, watching him slip into shadows, then followed, shoes squelching, hands shaky but firm. Mateo pushed open a creaky door. Inside, the winery was dim, barrels scattered. In a corner, a mattress on crates, a heater, a table with monitors, files, tech. "My fancy hideout," he said dryly, tossing a bag down. Elena stood by the door, arms crossed. "You live here?" "For now." "I want to go home." "You can't." She tensed. "What?" He sighed. "Your phone's dead. Cams caught your face when we fled. If you leave, they'll trace me." "So I'm a prisoner?" "No," Mateo said, eyes steady. "I won't tie you up, but stay, for your safety. Mine too, till it's clear." Elena paced, breath fast. "This is crazy." He lit a burner, setting a kettle. "I didn't plan this, Elena." "Then let me go." You shout, they find us, we die, he snapped. His tone hit her. She slumped into a chair. Tell me what's happening. Mateo handed her a blanket, a mug of warm water, and sat, no longer a threat, just a man with a heavy load. I was someone else once, he said quietly, before they tore me apart. Elena frowned. That means something? Government agent, then contractor, security, tech, big money. I got out before it broke me. Doesn't look like it, she said. He gave a bitter laugh. I thought I was free, till I found something. They hit my family to silence me. His voice hardened. They burned my company, drove my brother to suicide, nearly killed my mom, erased my name. Elena sat stunned. I'm not running now, Mateo said. I'm finishing it. She swallowed. And I just sit here? I need someone who doesn't know my past, he said, who sees me, not the lies. You don't know me, she said. You didn't run when bullets flew, he said. That's enough. She half laughed, half cried. So I'm your sidekick? No, he said softly. A stranger may be what I need. Wind howled outside, but inside a fragile trust sparked. Days blurred in Bodega Antigua. Rain fell, hiding their ghosts. Elena stayed in her corner, watching Mateo. He left daily, returning bruised with intel, face tight. She made tea, tidied, stared at Rhonda's cliffs through broken windows. Curiosity grew. Day 4, Mateo out. Elena gave in. His files sat open. She scanned maps, receipts, hacked emails. Then she froze. A photo. Rafael Cortez. Her blood chilled. He wasn't just a scandal. He tricked her dad into a scam, stole their savings. Her dad lost everything and died when she was 16. She hid the files, pain roaring. Mateo returned, wet, scratched. He saw her. What's wrong? She threw the photo down. Why Rafael Cortez? Her voice shook. Why him? Mateo tensed. You went through my files. He didn't just hurt you, she yelled. He killed my dad. Mateo's eyes softened. He took his life? Elena's tears burned. You knew. I suspected, he said quietly. I traced his scams. Good people ruined. I didn't know it hit you. You should have told me, she snapped. I thought I was nothing in your plan. You think I planned this? Mateo asked. I don't know, she cried. But Rafael's got to fall. I'm in. His eyes met hers, a shared fire. I worked alone, he said, but maybe this was fate. Maybe it's our chance to take back what he stole, Elena said. Silence held their scars. Mateo nodded. We do it smart. Expose him, legally, publicly. Elena smirked. You sound like you believe in justice. I believe in ending monsters, he said, without losing ourselves. She looked at the photo, then him. Let's burn him down. They weren't strangers now, partners, bound by pain. Next morning, Elena stood by a cracked window, fog cloaking Rhonda's gorges. She wasn't a bystander. Something woke in her. So, I've got an idea, she said. Mateo, sharpening a knife, looked up. Sounds risky. Rafael's at the Palacio de las Estrellas Gala next week, she said. His charity stunt, donating millions, laundering more. I've served there 3 years. You want back in? Mateo asked. I want to record him, catch his allies, get proof. It's not a game, he said. They're ruthless. Teach me, Elena said, stepping close. How to record, fight back. His gaze darkened. Sure about this? I'm done being scared, she said. I want to fight. For 3 days, Bodega Antigua became a training camp. Mateo taught her to spot cameras, blend in, trigger a sleeve recorder. She learned to read lips, watch exits, disarm bigger foes. You're quick, he said one evening, as she tripped him in a drill. They fell, laughing. Maybe I've been ready all along, she grinned, brushing the hair back. His smile warmed her. That night, over soup, Elena held the coin-sized recorder. Scared? Mateo asked. She paused. Not anymore. Their eyes locked across a candle, silence thick, warm. I don't feel like a victim now, she whispered. Mateo's fingers brushed hers. No words, just a vow, raw, waiting. By week's end, Elena was ready. No longer the waitress who stumbled into danger, she faced it, purpose fierce. Mateo, who trusted no one, had someone worth fighting for. The Palacio de las Estrellas Gala glittered like a dream. Elena, in a borrowed black dress, hair up, earpiece hidden, moved with caterers carrying champagne. Her heart pounded. Mateo's voice guided. "You're fine. He's by the north wall, gray tux." She spotted Rafael Cortez, older, smug, laughing, whiskey in hand. He didn't know her. "Champagne, sir," she offered. "Keep 'em coming," he waved. She stepped back, recorder catching his talk of a shell company from Mateo's files. It was enough. She slipped toward the exit, but a guard stopped her. "Where you going?" "Restroom," she smiled. He eyed her empty tray. "You're not staff." She bolted. His shout echoed. Alarms blared. Elena ran through halls, downstairs into an alley. A motorcycle roared. "Elena, get on!" Mateo yelled. She jumped on as a guard drew a gun. They sped off, but a pipe swung from another man. Mateo took the hit, shielding her. He groaned but didn't slow. Elena clung tight, trembling. Back at Bodega Antigua, she helped him off, hands shaking. "You're hurt." "I've had worse," he muttered, sweat beading. She tore his jacket, revealing a deep bruise. "You need a doctor." "No hospitals. They're watching." She cleaned the wound, gentle. He flinched, quiet. "I wanted you safe," he whispered, "not in my chaos." Elena paused, staring. "You didn't back down," he said. "You did what I couldn't." He took her hand, trembling. "If this went wrong, I'd never forgive myself." Elena held tighter. Mateo, who trusted no one, leaned into her warmth. They'd crossed a line, not just the mission, but their hearts. Rain stopped. Bodega Antigua glowed softly, lit by a lamp. Elena sat, knees up, while Mateo, shoulder-bandaged, paced. No danger loomed, but the quiet scared her. She felt a gap, not secrets, but what they couldn't be. She wasn't the numb waitress anymore. She'd faced Rafael, risked all, but Mateo's world, power, choices, felt beyond her. She stood to walk, needing air, but Mateo's voice stopped her. "Where are you going?" Her backpack hung on her shoulder. "Just out," she said. "You're leaving," he said, seeing her face. She swallowed. "Maybe I should. You've got the proof. You don't need me." He stepped closer, wincing. "It's not about that." "Isn't it?" she said. "You're a millionaire. I'm just surviving." "You think that's all I see?" Mateo asked, voice rough. Elena's throat caught. "I see a waitress, a girl who lost everything, fighting for scraps." Her eyes watered. "You can change the world. I'm just me." Mateo closed the gap. "You didn't run when it got bad. You fought for justice, for strangers. You saved me when I was lost." Elena gripped her strap. "You don't need me. You're strong alone." "I'm tired of losing," she whispered. "I don't want to lose you, but I don't fit." "You don't need to fit," he said, taking her hands. "You're why I stayed, not for revenge, for hope. You made me better." "Why me?" she asked, tear falling. "You're my light in the gorge," he said. "You brought me back. You're living, Elena. You taught me how." "What if I'm not enough?" she whispered. "You're everything," he said. "I don't want perfect. I want us." Silence wrapped them. Elena let herself hope. "I don't know how to start over," she said. "We'll learn together," Mateo said. "No running, just us." In the dim light, their shadows merged. Elena dropped her backpack, tears falling. Not fear, but hope. Mateo pulled her close. "You're not alone," he said. "Never again." Dawn crept into Bodega Antigua. They stood, not as millionaire and waitress, but survivors choosing each other. Next morning, the winery was calm. Sunlight slipped through cracks, warming scattered files. It wasn't a hideout now, a place for justice, closure. Elena and Matteo sat on a bench, hands touching, silence warm, full of trust. That night, Elena held the drive with their evidence, names, accounts, Raphael's recorded words. "We've got it all," she said softly. "It's time." Matteo nodded. Years of chasing shadows were real now, heavy. "You ready?" he asked. "I wasn't ready when I lost my dad, or scraped by for years," she said, voice firm, "but I showed up. I'll show up now." Matteo's chest tightened. She was strength, pain, fire, unlike anyone. They sent the files to newsrooms, mailed copies to reporters, and waited in the dark. Hours later, it hit. News screamed, "Billionaire Rafael Cortez tied to fraud." Journalists scrambled. Leaked documents flooded online. Rafael's empire cracked. By morning, an investigation launched, but Elena and Matteo knew the fight wasn't over. Elena was called to testify, her story key to show Rafael's harm. The thought of a courtroom twisted her stomach, but Matteo stayed close. On the day, she wore a simple navy dress, no makeup, her past like armor. On the stand, her voice was steady. "My dad was a quiet man," she said. "He worked 20 years. He trusted Rafael Cortez. In 6 months, we lost our home, my college fund, his hope." She paused. "He took his life 3 weeks later." Gasps echoed. "I was angry, lost, till someone showed me truth heals. I'm here to stop this again." Matteo watched from the back, awed by her courage. Outside, sunlight hit Elena. She breathed. Victory and grief mixed. Matteo waited on the steps. "You did it," he said. "No," she smiled. "We did." They walked to the car, years lifting. "What now?" Elena asked as they drove. "When the cameras fade?" "I chased justice so long I forgot life without war," Matteo said. "But you up there, I don't need headlines. I need you." Elena's heart swelled. "I'm scared it's too good," she whispered. "Then we make it real," he said, taking her hand. Matteo pulled into Parque del Sol, sun setting over Ronda's cliffs. They stepped onto grass, breeze soft. "I thought destroying Rafael would free me," he said. "I was wrong. If I lose it all, money, name, it's fine. Not you." Tears filled Elena's eyes. "You're my heart's cantijondo," she said, touching his face. "You're my second chance." They stood, wrapped in silence, no longer running, just healing together. Matteo kissed her forehead, a vow for today, for every day they'd choose love. Jill. The trial shook the world. Headlines roared. Rafael Cortez, fraud king falls. News looped his cuffed walk from court, cameras flashing. Social media buzzed, hashtags trending. His empire crumbled, stocks crashed, offices raided. Elena's testimony sparked a wave. Victims, workers, families shared stories of Rafael's scams, their voices rising. Whispers became a roar. Elena, unnamed, became a symbol of fighting back. The Cortez name, once untouchable, was dust. Back at Bodega Antigua, no reporters lurked. Just Matteo's bike, cliffs quiet. Elena stepped out, breathing Ronda's crisp air. She exhaled, weight gone. This wasn't hiding. It was home. Inside, 2 mugs sat on a shelf, her notebook untouched. Matteo watched her reclaim their life. She turned, smiling. That evening on the porch, stars glowed over the gorges. Steam rose from their mugs. "I thought freedom was running," Elena said softly. "It's not. It's choosing who I am, who I want." Matteo listened. She took his hand. "Freedom's choosing you." His fingers tightened. "You're my breeze on the cliffs," he said. Elena leaned on his shoulder, eyes on the horizon. No more running. She'd chosen her life. Casa de los Espinos stood at Ronda's mountain edge, wood-weathered, porch alive with wildflowers swaying in the breeze. A year passed since Rafael's fall. Matteo restored old furniture, tended a garden. Elena wrote, her book, The Card That Changed Everything, nearly done. It wasn't about Raphael, but how a wrong car led to what mattered: love, truth, healing. Raw chapters held loss. Tender ones glowed with redemption. One autumn afternoon, Elena typed at the kitchen table, lost in words. Matteo entered, carrying firewood, brushing dust off. "Almost done?" he asked, grinning. "One page," she said, smiling back. "Your cooking's still worse than mine, though." He laughed. "My stew's better than your fancy hideout." A knock interrupted. They exchanged looks. No visitors expected. Matteo opened the door cautiously. An older woman stood there, gray coat buttoned, hands trembling. "I'm sorry to come unannounced," she said, voice shaky. "You're Elena Morales?" Elena nodded. "Yes. Can I help?" "I'm Carmen Lopez," she said. "My son. He was a whistleblower in Raphael's company. They destroyed him. He couldn't prove anything. He didn't survive." Elena's throat tightened. "Because of you," Carmen continued, "the truth came out. He didn't die for nothing." She took Elena's hands. "Thank you." She hugged Elena, grief and peace woven together. Tears fell as Elena hugged back, heart full. Carmen stepped away, wiping her eyes. Matteo appeared, wrapping his arms around Elena's waist, grounding her. They watched Carmen walk down the gravel path, Ronda's cliffs golden in the fading light. The sun dipped, painting the valley warm. Matteo kissed Elena's temple. They moved to the porch, standing in silence, gazing at the open fields. No sirens, no shadows, just wind through pines, two hearts at rest. No one chased, no one ran. In that stillness, they knew. They'd survived, chosen each other, found home. Elena turned to Matteo, her voice soft. "I used to think I'd always be running," she said. "From pain, from loss. But here, I'm not running. I'm living." Matteo's eyes softened. "You taught me what living means," he said. "Not fighting, not winning. Just this." He pulled her close, their breaths mingling. The gorges stretched below, timeless, steady, like their bond. Life at Casa de los Pinos was simple, deliberate. Matteo carved wooden chairs, his hands steady, scars fading. Elena's book grew, each page a step toward peace. They walked Ronda's trails, hand in hand, cliffs no longer a threat, but a reminder of what they'd overcome. One evening, Elena read a chapter aloud by the fire, her voice steady, words raw. Matteo listened, eyes bright. "You're telling our story," he said. "Not just ours," she replied. "Everyone's who fought back." He nodded, proud. "Oui." The world moved on. Raphael's name faded, his schemes a cautionary tale. Elena and Matteo didn't watch the news. They didn't need to. Their victory wasn't in headlines, but in quiet mornings, shared laughs, the life they built from ashes. Sometimes, Elena woke at dawn, tracing the cliff's outline, remembering her dad. She'd sit with Matteo, coffee steaming, and talk. Not a pain, but dreams. A garden, a trip, a future. He'd listen. Always there, her anchor. One crisp morning, they sat outside, sun rising over the gorges. "What's next?" Elena asked, half joking. Matteo grinned. "More bad stew?" She laughed, shoving him. "Maybe. Or just more days like this." He took her hand. "That's enough." Casa de los Pinos became their world, small but whole. Neighbors knew them as the quiet couple, always helping, fixing a fence, sharing vegetables. Elena's book neared its end, each word a testament to starting over, to love that heals. If this story touched your heart, showed that even the darkest storms lead to bright dawns, that healing comes from unexpected roads, and love grows when hope seems lost, then you believe in second chances. Elena and Matteo didn't just survive. They chose to live, love, build beauty from pain. Their journey proves a wrong turn can find the right person. A mistaken car, a fleeting moment, became their forever. They fought not for revenge, but for truth, for each other, for a life worth living. Nerd. In Ronda's quiet valleys, They found peace, not in wealth or fame, but in simple days, in hands held tight, in laughter shared. Their story reminds us, no matter how far you fall, there's always a path home, if you choose to walk it. Unayan. Every tale like theirs carries a spark, a reminder that courage grows in the hardest moments, that love can bloom in chaos. Elena and Matteo turned a wrong car into a right life, proving the heart finds its way, even through storms. If this stirred your soul, subscribe to Timeline Stories. We share tales of resilience, love, hope, stories that linger long after. Hit like, tap the bell, and join us for more journeys that heal, inspire, and stay with you. Thank you for watching. No matter how lost you feel, light's always waiting. Elena and Matteo found theirs, not in the noise of the world, but in the quiet of each other. Their story isn't just theirs, it's a call to keep going, to choose love, to find your own dawn. It's